Hey guys, Euphoria Season 2 came out last year, which was a really long time ago. I would go as far to say it revolutionized the silent film era. I've recently been watching season 2 and I think I have a few notes on it. I do think it's better the second time around. It's hard to beat season 1, but like visually I think it's prettier, and I think generally I think the script and the writing and the story direction wasn't as good. But that being said, I found Lexi's play equally as ridiculous the last time I saw it, so I wanted to do a total cost breakdown. I think it's famously quite funny how tight the budget is for like drama departments at school, but this play had sets. This play had revolving sets. Also, of course, because the show is so high budget, of course the play is going to be high budget, but I love to think about the pedantics of like how they got bed frames in and how they like closed the curtains and made massive sets. If she didn't buy the beds, did she get a moving truck? Are there beds in the school? Just to make this video more fun, I am going to assume that she bought everything brand new. And I want to total it all. Let's see how expensive this play really is. So in the opening scene, we have a very elaborate set of Rue's bedroom. And I googled this and I got a bunch of answers, but a bunch of people said that a simple set like this can cost $5,000. So I'm going to go with $5,000 each set that comes up. But I don't know, like it depends on like the walls and the ground. The doors. This looks a bit more expensive than $5,000, but we're gonna go with $5,000. And then we have a bed. Nope, that's a couch. Okay, we're gonna say a couch is about $200. It doesn't look anything fancy, but she has a very nice light over on the left. I'm gonna assume that's $200. She has 2 dresses. I'm gonna assume they're $100 each. Then she has 2 clothing drawers things. I would say $300 each. Curtains are expensive. I'd say $100 each. Posters cost like $20 each, so I think there's like 3 that I can see. She has like a little chair there. I would say $40. A lamp, 2 lamps. Let's go with $60. And just little props here and there I would say would cost $100 in total. So not sure what that total is right now, but it'll be down here. Then they have the little like lettering to spell out the name of the play, which is very unsettling and very cute. I would say cardboard of that size would cost, I would say like $20 a stand if we're being generous. So that is 20 times 7, $140. Then we have a lot of really real camera equipment. Like we have an actual camera, which is, I don't know, mine was $700. We have the tripod, which is like $100. The backdrop, which I wouldn't have a clue, but I can guess like $100. And then those like light things, no idea, probably like upwards of $200, $300 each. So Jesus Christ, just for this little introduction. My god. This particular bedroom comes up quite a few times, but again, $5,000 for this set. We have 2 beds. Beds are fucking expensive. Beds are like $700 each nowadays. A bunch of beanbags and pillows. There's that middle bed actually, which would probably be, I'd reckon, like $500. Blankets and pillows. Expensive as hell. I would say $100 in the middle. Bedding, duvets. I'm really showing my age here, but probably like $200 combined. That side chair I would say is probably $150. What else are there? Curtains. So what did I say for that? $100. She has bedside lights. I would say $60. Posters up on the wall. Then there's a scene where there's a revolving set, like she has a set that turns around. I would go as far to say that this is costing her more than $5,000. I would say like anywhere from like 10 to 20 grand. I assume the lockers are fake, so I'm gonna say that wouldn't be that expensive, but this in particular like gobsmacked me. Why did she need this? And then it turns around into a barbecue set. No shade, but this set looks a little bit cheaper. I would say this is about $2,000. I don't know, but then there's a barbecue which I think can cost like $600. The lawn chairs which cost $100. The chili bin, I don't know, $60. The fake tree, I don't know. I'm gonna give them some grace and say that the art department probably did that. Yeah, I just think any type of like art, like if someone clearly, like if it was clearly the art department that donated stuff, I would say nobody got paid for their labor in my personal experience. Then there was a scene where they were on top of a convenience store that's been shown in the show. This pissed me the fuck off because why the fuck? How the fuck? And who the fuck? I cannot imagine like closing the curtains and then having to stress build that. It's not, like, I know it's supposed to be unrealistic because it's a show and I'm not supposed to be thinking about it, but like this is a high school drama play, let's be real. I would say this set probably cost, I don't even know, like more than $5,000 for sure. I would say like $15,000 because you have like the sets, but then you also have the neon lighting, which I think would cost a lot of money, to be honest. Maybe they got it at AliExpress though, but then that wouldn't arrive on time, let's be real. So I think this would be like have to be custom made to fit the convenience store. So I would say like $300 for those. Oh look, another set. I think this one would cost a bit more. I think the slanted ceiling would make it hard, and it's very like accurate in 3D. So I think this one would cost 10-15 grand. Very low lighting, so I can't really see much, but like a lot of furniture. There's a couch, $400. Very dim lighting, I can't tell. There's like a coffee table which can be cheap, but I would say $200. A kitchen table and chairs, so expensive. What else? There's like lamps and like framed photos. I think those would cost $300 combined. I don't know, guys, this is getting really hard. Oh my god, she has like a glass cabinet in there. I would say that's like $800, around $800 mark. Jesus Christ. Scene where they're smoking weed. There is a couch and a table. I would say the table's probably reused, but the couch, oh no, this is in the same place they smoke weed, so I think this scene isn't brand new stuff. But that being said, I know that weed can be expensive. Not that I know that, mum, but I would say like a joint would be, I don't know, depends. I mean, she's like got a dealer. I would say like it's probably cost her $15. I don't know. Also, that being said, this is the same set as the funeral set, but this is kind of like reversed, so I assume this is a brand new set. Another $5,000 on top of that. Jesus Christ. Oh, also, yeah, just because there's like spotlights on them, I would say the lighting department gets no money, so there's no budget there. They can just milk them for all their talents, and who cares. This set is so fucking ridiculous to me. Assuming that's real concrete, like who knows the price of concrete, first of all? Who knows the price of real looking fake grass and a lamp post? I would honestly go as far to say that that's like $40,000, probably more. So as for the cheerleading scene, I think the set would be, it's quite tall, so I would say like $10,000, but the cheerleading costumes were reminiscent of the cheerleading costumes that Maddie and Cassie wore in season 1. I assume this is just the school's costumes and they got to borrow them, so I wouldn't say that's much. And the table, I would assume, also comes from the school, so I think this scene is actually quite cost efficient if you think about it. But again, like, did we need the massive set with the windows? Did we need that? No. This scene was fucking everything to me. I remember when it came out and everyone was like, no, like my favorite character's now like a problematic fave. First of all, she was making fun of gym bro culture. This scene looks expensive as fuck to make. I think this would take, oh no, like they didn't make a set. So I think the lockers were probably moved, if that's possible. If they're not moved, I would assume they cost quite a bit. I would assume they cost like $600 together. And then all the gym equipment is so fucking expensive. I would also assume that was like moved from the sports department. This scene is actually the most ambiguous one, to be honest. I think this is all like borrowed equipment, but they did have to buy those costumes. I don't think anyone just has like 20 gold sparkly shorts, so I know that they had to go out and buy those themselves. So that being said, I think that would have cost so much money, like a hilarious amount of money. I would say like $200 for all that. I couldn't find an actual image, but the carousel scene where Cassie's like on the carousel combing her pants, I couldn't find much on how to buy a like carousel horse just on its own, but the really antique ones go for $9,000, so that's exciting. The next one, we have a massive set of the outside of Rue's house, which I would go for like 10 grand, probably more. It is massive. It goes across the whole stage. It's so expensive. I would actually say like 20 to 30 grand on that one, and all for a little 5-second scene. Also, I just want to say that I am aware that I'm aware that some of the scenes are more implied that it's just like in the imagination of Lexi and not actually played out on stage, but these are like real sets I can see people acting and laughing to, so these are the ones I included. That being said, still fucking ridiculous how much money would actually go into a play like this, and considering that like every high school ever is more interested in the sports department and fueling people's sports careers over people in the creative arts industries. This is just not a real thing that happens. I would love to see a play like this one day, but I don't think they exist. If we were to include like hair and makeup teams, the lighting department, just the hours that are put into this play, I would say the labor would cost a lot of money. Hair and makeup artists spend, I'm gonna guess like $60 an hour. They charge a lot. That's quite a lot of them. I would assume there's like at least 5 of them doing that sort of stuff, and then the costume department would be so much money if you had to buy them all individually. I would say that would cost a good few $100s. The lighting department, like I'm not going to talk about power, but like they get paid for the whole duration of the play. That's a lot of money. The set builders, that is a lot of construction, man. I don't think Lexi did that on her own. But on the plus side of this massive power bill, this massive set bill, they would earn a little profit from the ticket sales. I would assume that the tickets are like $20 an adult, and there was a pretty decent audience in there. I would say there was about maybe 200 people, so 200 times 20, about 4 grand if you sold out that audience, which I do think happened. That being said, it didn't take the total down, did it? This is why I think the sports department should continue to excel, and people in creative industry should starve and die. Obviously you're not making money from this, so what's the point? Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like videos like these, I don't know how I would make another one, but let me know if you want to see another one that you're particularly interested in. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of me. Like the video if you want to see more of me. That's it.